What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, my fellow hunters, subscribers, and collectors? It's your boy, the Sick One, and I'm back with another one. And today, another epic statue has arrived here at the mansion. Man, this was a surprise. Everybody thought I wasn't going to snatch this one up, but it's here. I did snatch it up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to review the XM Studios Batman White Knight Bat Cycle Edition. Let's go! Welcome back. It's your boy, the Sick One. I'm back. What's good, y'all? What's up, SMC Squad? I'm so glad to be back with another phenomenal piece. Wow. Before we begin with this masterpiece, if you guys are watching right now, and this is the first time you're watching this channel, if you're not subscribed, and if you've been watching this channel and you're not already subscribed, and you're one of those 41% of the people that are actually watching my videos and still hasn't subscribed, do me the favor, show some love right now. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell and turn on all post notifications so you know when I drop the next video. It's only love, man. Just, subscribe. You don't have to even keep watching. Just subscribe. Show your boy some love. And hit that like button. It's important if you hit that like button. So if you're already watching right now, just go ahead. Please hit that like button for me right now. Hit that like button. It helps the channel. Man, thank you so much for joining me again for another episode of Sick Mansion Collectibles. Thank you so much for coming through and showing love. I appreciate you guys. Mad love for all you guys that have been supporting me and continue to support me and got my back. Big shout out to my boy Benjamin Tall from COSMICCHASE Collectibles. Woo! COSMICCHASE Collectibles delivers another grail? Let's find that out at the end of this video. And also, stick around, y'all. All the way to the end of the video, we do have a giveaway that's being provided by COLLECTORZOWN.com. Another great company. Another great place to get your statues, your collectibles, and everything pop culture. Great guy. Great company, great customer service. Stick to the end, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can get the chance, and you can even probably win this phenomenal statue that he has donated to this channel so that you guys can win it. So stick to the end, and we're going to get ahead and show you guys exactly how to get your chance to win that statue for free. So check this out, guys. Right here, right now, we have the XM Studios Batman White Knight Batpod edition. Wow. I am completely blown away, but I wasn't gonna get it, but decided to get it after having a conversation with the wife, and she fell in love with it too. And I made the phone call. I said, do you have this in hand? He said, yes. And I said, ship it. Woo! And I got it. But damn, this is a badass statue, y'all. We just gonna get ahead and get straight to it. I know you guys don't want me babbling blood and all of that, whatever. So we're gonna get right to the statue, and we're gonna start exactly where we start here at Sick Mansion. We're gonna start at the back, and we're gonna work our way around the statue and take a look at that, all right? So let's get ahead and let's take a look, and let's start at the base. So when you take a look at the base, guys, so taking a look at the base, you're gonna see this part over here is the back of the base, and it's bricks. I love the way that they did this, and I love the way they sculpted it. I love the paint work on it. It gives you the definition and the paint and the colors of what a natural brick look would look like, with the cracks, the crevices, all the different shapes of the bricks, the mortar in between the bricks, and the way they painted the mortar with the grays and all of that. Really nice, man. As it keeps going around, we're gonna take a look at the top part of this base. Now, first of all, guys, this is a gigantic base. All right, this right here is definitely a big base. If you don't have the space for this, don't. All right, so we're gonna take a measurement of this from the back, and we're gonna go all the way to the front. This is exactly, wow, 36 inches, guys. This is 3 feet long. 3 feet long. How deep this is, the base is 16 inches wide. 16 inches wide. Now with the cape, it's going to add another 12 inches. So with the cape and everything being said, is about 29 inches wide. It's about 29 inches wide. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the measurement of the cape from the ground all the way up to the cape, and it's looking right now to be about 26 inches tall from the tip of this part of the cape to the ground, 26 inches tall. This is a very, very, very big piece, guys. Really, really big piece. So I just really wanted to show that to you guys. So let's get ahead and bring it back to this base. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a good look at the top part of this base because it's just phenomenal. When you look at the top part of this base, first of all, if you look where the boot is at and the tire, you're gonna see this black streak that looks like he actually was spinning the bike on this curb, and that's why, and you will see later, his cape is flowing the way that it's flowing. We're gonna take a look at the cape in a little bit, but you can see the streak of that, right? Now, the texturing on this base is phenomenal. The whole floor is just straight up like the street. It's it's just like the regular street, man. It's just really, really nice. A lot of texturing to it, a lot of depth, a lot of different colorations on it, different grays, dark grays, blacks, weathering and all kind of stuff, just to give it that weathered look and that concrete look. As it keeps going around, you're gonna start seeing the sewer. You're gonna see that this manhole cover. This manhole cover, it actually looks like it's made of metal. It is beautifully sculpted, very nicely painted. If you look real good, it actually says Gotham City on it. Really, really nice paint work. Really nice, like I guess they call it like diamond cut on top that's sculpted on the manhole cover. Really, really nice. It keeps going around. It's just the same old thing that you see with the concrete, same coloring, same paint. Beautiful, man. I love the way they just edged this out, like if this piece of the concrete was ripped out of the floor. There's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scope, man. The detail on that is just phenomenal. As it keeps going around, and before it starts coming to the front, you're gonna see some more of the brick, right? And you're gonna see like the entry to a sewer. Really nicely painted, nicely sculpted. You're gonna see the bars from the sewer was sculpted really nice. The paintwork and the colors that they use on the bricks is just phenomenal, man. It gives you that old rustic look. Really, really, really nice, very nice. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see this tower. They have this tower that's in the corner of this base, beautifully sculpted. Again with the brick, very nicely sculpted brick, nicely painted. The man, it's just beautiful, man. It's a beautiful scope. And let's go ahead and go up and start looking up. As you starts going up, you're gonna see like this light. There's a light that's actually being held by this gargoyle's mouth. So when you look at this light, it's really, really nicely sculpted. A great thing about this light is that it actually has a light up feature. I did not put the batteries in, so I won't be turning it on. Just didn't go through the whole process of putting the batteries. And another thing, the batteries didn't even come with this. I don't even know if it did or not, but I know it's not in the box. So if it's not in the box, obviously these batteries didn't come with it. But as it keeps going up, it's a really nice scope. The glass part, that it does look like glass, but it's actually plastic. It's really, really nice. It's beautiful, man. I love the way that looks. As it keeps going up, you're gonna start seeing these rings that they look like they metal, painted like in a bronze color. Very, very nice. You keep going up, now you're gonna start seeing this gargoyle. It's a beautiful sculpt of this gargoyle, man. Real, very, very like ancient looking, really nice sculpt, real Batman-ish. Beautiful, man. Love the sculpt. I love the pose of the gargoyle just guarding the building, itself, or guarding that tower. Very, very nice paintwork. Really nice scope. It's a pretty tall piece as well. So as it keeps going around, you're gonna start seeing what looks like a bridge. So what it looks like is that the motorcycle is actually on the concrete, but the concrete is actually on a bridge. So as a part of a bridge, it looks like the bridge broke off and fell in half. So you're gonna see the accents of the bridge right there with all the bolts and the rivets and everything that was sculpted onto it. Looks really nice. It looks real, it looks functional. Pretty cool, man. Really, really nice, man. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see the thickness of this concrete. You're gonna see the rebar poking out of the side. really nice. There's 4 different rebars that are coming out, really big, really thick rebars, really nice, man. These rebars are you peg them in, and they are color coded for you to go into a color code and into the base itself. Really nice scope, beautiful scope, man. Love what they did here. This is really phenomenal. Yeah, guys, so that's pretty dope, man. Let's get ahead and continue. Let's move up a little bit, and we're gonna start working on looking at the bike and the details on the bike. Now, I want you guys to notice something. On this side of the bike, there is no covers. I took the covers off for a reason. This is actually the way that I'm gonna display the bike, and the reason is because this statue was detailed so phenomenally. And there's so much details in this bike that there's no way that I was gonna hide what XM Studios sculpted. They went all out on this. This is one of the, I even forgot how many pieces this was to put together. I think it was over 40 pieces. It was a lot of pieces, and you gotta be real careful because there were some parts that you could break. But with that being said, I just wanted to show the statue on this side without the covers, and then you're gonna notice as the statue turns around, on the other side, I do have the cover plates. So when you look on this side where the cover plates is at, there are actually cover plates that come on this side as well. But I just did not want to cover it, and I wanted to show it. Now, another thing I wanted to say, behind this cover plate on this side of the bike, on the right side of the bike, there's actually way more detail and all these other intricates that are attached to this side of the bike. And the only problem that I had was that you're really not gonna see nothing on this side. So that's why I say, you know what, I'm just gonna leave the cover on this side, but the side that you can't see, I'm gonna leave the cover off because it needs to be justified of everything there. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a detailed look on everything on that side and a detailed look on this side, but this side will be covered, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time so that you'll be like, you ain't show the other side. It's too much work. It's too much. But we're gonna get ahead and do that. We're gonna get right to it. So let's get ahead and take a look at this side of the bike. All right, guys, so let's get ahead and take a look at this right now. We're gonna get ahead and start with the tire. First of all, this tire is phenomenal. Love the way that they sculpted the tire. I love the tread of the tire, the rubber look. Is really nicely sculpted, nicely painted. The tire has texture to it, so it looks phenomenal. They did a great job with that. It looks really nice. And you look at at the top part of the tire, you're gonna start seeing the light. Man, the brake light is really nicely sculpted. It looks like it's glass. It looks like it's really a bright red. Looks like if he hits the brakes, it's gonna actually turn on. Doesn't look like it's kind of a lighter feature. Would have been dope if they would have did that. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And as it keeps going around, once again with the tire, when you look at the disc inside of the tire and everything, as it keeps going around, you're gonna look down in the lower part. You're gonna see the kick pedal or the pedal, whatever they call it, where he rests his foot when he's riding the bike. Also keep going around, you're gonna start seeing the frame of the bike. Beautifully sculpted, man. They did a great job with that. It's just phenomenal. I love the colors that they use with this. I think it's kind of like a man, I wouldn't know what to call the color. It's kind of like a dark teal or dark metal blue. Real nice, man. Looks metallic, very nice. They have a lot of weathering to that. Really nice. You start looking at the intricacies of the bike, and you start looking at the engine, and everything is very nicely sculpted. Beautiful scope, and the detail on that is phenomenal. You're gonna go ahead and look at the exhaust pipes. The exhaust pipes just gives it that look that this Batpod is just a monstrosity of a contraption. So much power behind this bike, and you look at it and you can tell this is just a powerful bike. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see this other giant exhaust in the front part of the bike, more in the middle to the front. Well, you know what I mean. Really nice. Love the way they did all of that. Beautiful work, man. The detail on that is just crazy, man. It's blowing me away. The detail on it is really blowing me away. As we keep going forward, you're gonna see it looks like a grappling hook. It's more of a harpoon, a grappling hook harpoon. Beautifully detailed, and if you look more inside behind the harpoon part, you're gonna see the rope. The rope, it looks real, is painted with those browns and dark browns and light browns to give it that effect of realism to the rope. It looks phenomenal, it looks functional. It looks like as soon as you shoot out that harpoon grappling hook, that rope is just gonna follow right behind it, so you can retract whatever it grabs. Incredible, man. As it keeps going, you're gonna start seeing like this I'm gonna call it the Bat Gatling gun. This is incredible. Now this is on both sides of the bike. You got these guns on both sides of the bike. As it keeps going around, you're gonna start seeing where the cartridge is going from the Gatling gun all the way down to the gun itself that's gonna fire the bullets. Beautiful scope. Love the way that looks. The gun on the scope on the gun looks real nice. It's metal. Gives it a metal look. That is not polystone. That is a plastic gun. Very nice, high quality gun. Beautifully sculpted, man. And if you go up some and you look at the tire, you're gonna see all of these contraptions on the tire, the brakes, and just how massive all of these details are, man. It's just incredible. Same thing with the front tire. The front tire, they got really nice thread. It looks like a real tire. Got that rubber look. It kind of got a little bit of a gloss look and a little bit of a flat look. It's textured, so it gives it really, really nice look. Now when we start looking at the fork, man, beautiful detail to the fork. Love the way they got the springs there. Those springs are actually they actually functional. You have to put those on when you're installing the bike, so that's separate. That's not sculpted to the fork. It's actually separate, which gives it that extra really, really nice touch. As it keeps going down, you're gonna see the cover to the fork. This plate, really nice plate. It matches the side plates and the rear plates, where it all comes together. Great job. Great job with that. It is phenomenal, man. I really love what they did with this. They did a great job with everything. As I can see right now, to this whole side of the bike, it's just a phenomenal job. It's incredible. So, man, they did so much work to this, man. There's so much detail to this bike. It's crazy. It's phenomenal. There's some parts on here that I'm gonna try my best to show you guys, like his seat that he's sitting on. It's actually sculpted diamond tip cushioning on the bike. Looks badass, pretty cool. But we're gonna get ahead and keep going, guys. I don't wanna make this too long. I want to enjoy the statue, so let's get ahead and keep it moving. Let's get ahead and take a look at this incredible scope of Batman. Let's get ahead and take a look at this and start at the boot, work our way up. Yeah, the boot that everybody talks about, all the way. The boots are all the way up. Listen, that's the way it is in the comic book. So that means that this is accurate. All right? This is the version of Batman. This is the White Knight. This is that version of Batman, that version of the storyline. I think Batman is one of the characters that they made the most versions of. Some of them stupid and some of them badass. This is one of them. So let's get ahead and start at the boot, work our way up, take a look at everything that's going on in here, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. All right, so let's get ahead and check this out. Let's get ahead and start at the boot and work our way up. So let's go, guys. So let's get ahead and start looking at this boot. First of all, when you look at the boot, it's phenomenally sculpted. A great job with the scope with these boots. Very nice work, man. As you look at it, you're gonna look at the toe front part of the boot. Very nicely sculpted. It looks like a nice thick piece of leather. So the boot has good tread to it. Really nice. Man, and then if you look at the gray part, which is the top part of the boot, where the foot is at, it has a lot of texturing to it. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see how the way the boot looks like it's made of leather. It's sculpted to look like leather. It has all of these wrinkles. You can see the indentation of the actual ankle. Really nice, sculpted. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see the classic White Knight, the spikes that he has in the back part of his foot of the boot. These things are very sharp. This is also sculpted. Be very careful, because this is very easy to break. As we keep going up on the boot, you're going to continue with the leather look. Looks like it's made of a nice, not really a patent leather, because it's not shiny. It's kind of a flat, little bit of shiny. Well, the light is making it look a little bit more shiny than it is, but it's really nicely sculpted. You can see where the separation of the leather is at, where they have these indentations of lines and everything like that. Really, really, really nice, man. The boot pretty much goes all the way up his thigh. Great scope. Like I said, is accurate to the comic. Very, very nice. The paint job on that is beautiful, is insane. You can see the musculage on the thigh, musculage on the calf. Everything's there. Everything looks good. So we gonna, as you keep going up, you're gonna start looking at his waist, at the waist area, and you're gonna look at his utility belt. Pretty nicely sculpted. Let's go ahead and start in the back part of that, and then we'll work our way all the way around. If you look at the back part of the utility belt, he has this giant pouch right in the mid center of his lower back. Really nicely sculpted. The colors on this is nice. They got these beiges, hueish, yellowish brown colors with some weathering on it. Really, really nice. Very, very wide utility belt. As it keeps going around, you're going to see these other two pouches. Really nicely sculpted, nicely painted. As it keeps going around, you're going to see his knife. He has this giant knife around his waist. Nicely painted. I love the way the cover is for the knife. The blade part is inside of the holder. Really nice. The handle sculpted very nice. Painted brown. Beautiful, man. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see the front part of the buckle. Now guys, I'm trying my best to show you this right here, but the way that he's posed and the way that he's been sculpted is an angle where it's hard to really look at. But you know, I'm trying my best so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. So the belt buckle in the front, really, really, really nicely sculpted. Beautiful. Like I said, is a very, very wide utility belt. Now, before we look at the rest of the pouches that are going around the bike, let's go ahead and take a look at this other leg. Now, when you look at the other leg, you're gonna see that his foot is on the part of the bike of the peg, you know, where he rests his leg while he's riding his bike. Beautifully sculpted. Again, more texturing to the boot. The leather look on this looks phenomenal. The sculpt of the leg of him sitting down and the bending of the leg and everything, and where the calf meets the his thigh is just incredible sculpt. I love the way they give it that motion and the wrinkles. You can see the musculage and everything like that is just insane. Beautiful, beautiful. And if you take a look at the seat, what I was saying earlier, the seat cushion on this, it looks like it's real leather, and it actually looks real. It looks like you could grab it and squeeze it and everything, and it'll be cushiony, but it's not. They did a great job painting this with that brown leather look, man, and that deep like leather brown look. Beautiful, man, and it looks functional. Love the way they did the diamond shaped stitching on the chair itself, man. Phenomenal job with that, man. They did a great job, man. Thank you for that. This is just incredible. So let's go back up and let's look at these pouches. Now the next pouch that you're going to look at is going to be it's another grappling hook with a rope with a string on it. The string is actually real. It's like it's rubber, but it's not sculpted, so it's all entwined. It's actually functional. Only thing is you can't really take it out the pouch because the pouch is sculpted and it's beautiful, man. And then at the end of it, you got this Batman symbol grappling hook part. Really nice. That piece right there is actually, I think it's made of actual metal. Really nice, man. They did a phenomenal job with that. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look and start taking a look at the Batman body itself. So as we go around, you're going to start looking at the first part you're going to see is going to be his arm. So if you look at his arm, very nicely sculpted. The musculage is sculpted really nice. So we start at the shoulder and start working our way around. The shoulder sculpted beautifully. The musculage is great. I love the way they did the tricep and the shading work on that and the sculpt of it. The bicep as well. The musculage is on point. Everything looks really good. His forearm, insane. You look in the bottom part of the forearm, you're gonna see the 3 spikes that match the back spikes of his boots. Like I said, that is sculpted, so you got to be very careful with that because it will break very easily. And they just did a great job with the texturing on the suit itself. The coloring of the suit, beautiful job. I love it. Now let's take a look at this glove. The scope work on this glove is just insane. The attention to detail just on the gloves alone looks crazy. It looks like real leather. It actually looks like mixed media. This doesn't even look like it's sculpted. This is sculpted. Beautiful work. Love the way that they painted this, and just the paint job on the statue alone, man. They knocked it out the park. They gave it all this realism look, and that's what's making this work. Before we even take a look at the other arm, I'm gonna try my best, guys, to show you this chest area and the stomach area. Like I said, that the way that he's sculpted, he's riding a motorcycle and he's crouched over, so it's pretty hard to get the detail look on this. Love the way they have his muscles popping out like that, because the way that he's posing, he's crunched over. You know that he's flexing that muscle in the stomach and the six-pack and all that, so you can see the strength of Batman. You can see the musculage. Great work with the sculpt. I love what they did with that. Insane. The shade work on that is beautiful, man. It's insane. As it goes around, you're gonna see the rib cage area and his wing part. Man, the sculpt on that is phenomenal. Great job with the sculpt. I love what they did there. The painting and the shading is crazy. Man, this is just insane, man. I loved it. The texturing on the shirt, crazy. Beautiful detail on the texturing on the shirt. They did such a great job. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the other side. And like I said earlier, this side is gonna be the one where he has the covers that covers the motorcycles to protect the motorcycle, with all this metal work on the sides. Great work. But if you notice, when it starts going around, you're not able to see nothing on the bike itself, on the front part of the bike. That's why it was important for me to show you the other side and this side, so you can see the difference. Now when you look at this cover right here, you're gonna see all of this damage. You're gonna see where the bike was shot at, but the bullets couldn't go through the steel that's protecting the bike. So you see all these indentations of bullet marks. Insane. It looks crazy. Now this is all polystone, is all sculpted, but it looks like it's made of metal. When I open up the box, it actually looked like it was made of metal. Love it. As it keeps going around, you're going to see the bottom part of that protected. You're going to see one of the parts of the exhaust and some intricacies of the pipe work behind the bike. Like I said, these are covers to protect the bike, so you won't see it. As it keeps going around, you're going to see the exhaust pipes that are sticking up. I think that's really dangerous, and it will burn the hell out of Batman's leg. But you know, it's the way it is. But anyway, as it keeps going around, real nice work. Beautiful work. You got that covering in the back where the tire meets. Great detail, great work, man. I love the way all of this just coincides with each other, and it just looks amazing. Great work, man. It's phenomenal. All right, guys, so before we get to the portrait, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this cape. When you start looking at this cape, and we're gonna take a look at the back part, and we're gonna make it go, we're gonna start going all the way till it goes around. So as you can see it coming off of his back, the flow is undeniably exceptional. It is crazy, and yes, I said that really nice. My pronunciation of words is getting better on videos. Yes, sir. Anyway, so when you look at this flow, the flow of this is insane. Like, you can tell that this cape is not a cheap cape that Batman has on. You can tell that he has that Bruce Wayne money and spent it on this cape, because this cape looks incredible. It looks super thick. The detail on this is crazy. It looks like a gigantic chunk of leather just flowing out of his back. Now the ripples on this and just the way that the curves and the bends and everything on this is incredibly insane. When you start looking inside of the cape, you're gonna notice that it has like these different colors of blues. It's just not one color of blue. It's a couple of different colors of blues, and it's giving the shades, and it's giving the lighting. Just, I don't think it's really doing it justice. But man, it's just a phenomenal paint job. And in this part, which is the outer part of the cape, is completely textured, so you can see that there's texturing to that part of the leather that separates the look of the inner part of the leather of the cape. This is beautiful, man. It just looks insane. There's actually weathering inside of the cape, where you can see that there's parts that pop out even more than the other, and it just looks kind of faded in some areas, and that was done on purpose. It was sculpted like that on purpose. Beautiful. As it keeps going around, you're going to start seeing the inner part of the cape. Beautiful flow. I just love the way that this flows and makes sense, and it's flowing in the sense of when I said earlier, when you look at the base and you look at this tire mark, and it looks like the tire mark, like he spun this bike around with the tire, and he just slammed his brake on and it just made that tire mark. That flow, that's exactly the way that this cape is flowing. It's flowing in the rotation of the way that that bike was going, and then the cape was going the other way. Insane. Phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. So, man, they just did a great job with this cape. I really don't know what else to say about it, man. It's just insane what they did to it. Great job. This is another piece that's just insane. It's phenomenal. Now, this only comes with one portrait. I think that's all you need for this. White Knight, one portrait is fine with me as long as the portrait is perfect. Now, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this portrait, because it's a really nice portrait. They did a good job, and yeah, let's go ahead and take a look.
Okay, guys, so what I decided to do was to take the portrait off of the body. The way that the body is posed is not allowing you to see this whole side of the head sculpt correctly. So I just took it out so I could just give you a nice detailed look of it. So anyway, when you look at it, you're going to notice the first thing is this is the comic book version Batman White Knight, and you're going to see his ears on his cowl are very, very short, which is typical and accurate to the comic book and the storyline of the White Knight. This looks really nice sculpt. If you look right here around the neck area, you're gonna see the wrinklage that they sculpted, and to give it that form and just to give it a formation and the flow of the leather cowl, because the cowl does look like it's made of leather. Great job. Love the way they have the eyebrows raised and the definition of the eyebrows. Beautiful sculpt, really nice. If you look, there's some texturing on the mask itself, on the cowl itself. Real light texturing, but it works. It looks great. Beautiful paint job. Nice work with the paint. Love the way that they painted the eyes white. The detail on that looks phenomenal too as well. Really good job. Great job with that. Love the way they sculpted the nose. You know, you got that classic like overhook, like hawk nose type thing from the comic book. Beautiful sculpt, very accurate, beautiful. Love the way that they sculpted the lips on here and the way that they painted it. Real nice. If you look real close, there's some somewhat texturing on the skin. The color tone that they use is great. That 5 o'clock shadow they also painted on the chin looks great. Great job. Real nice work with this, man. Beautiful paint work. Very nice, very exceptional. You look at the other side, the same thing. Beautiful rise of the eyebrows connecting to the cowl right over here. Real nice sculpt. You look at the neck has really nice sculpt work. Look at the throat, the Adam's apple, really nicely sculpted. You go all the way around the back. You got all the wrinkles in the back of the cowl. Real nice. Just looks like straight up leather. Real nice sculpt. Beautiful. A little bit of wrinkles right there to give it that motion. Real nice, man. They did a great job with this. Great paint job. Now, this statue only comes with one portrait, which is enough. One portrait is enough for this.
Great job. They just did a great job. It's a phenomenal job with that, and it's beautiful. It's insane. So my thoughts. Right to the point. I've never seen a Batman statue like this ever. Whether you start collecting today, tomorrow, or whatever, online, custom, whatever, I've never seen anything like this. This is, to me, by far, the best Batman statue. My opinion, guys. The best Batman statue out. If you can get this, if you are a Batman fan, you're a Batman collector, DC collector, I think that this, if this was purchased to put into your collection, not only will this be the centerpiece of your collection, but this is my opinion as well. This is a grail. This is in my opinion, this is a Batman Grail. From the point of sculpt, a 10. Sculpt is a 10. From the point of the paint, a 10 to me. The pose, the base, everything on this is just phenomenal. I have no complaints on this piece right here. I think that this is once again, my opinion. I think this is number one. It is, to me, the best Batman statue that you can buy. Period. I don't care if you say, oh, but that's not the Batman, blah, 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 blah. Listen, this is the best Batman statue out. Period. To me. I don't care if there's 20 different Batmans. This is it. This is the one to get. This is it. Badass. Beautiful, man. The paint app, everything on this, the pose, everything that they gave you for this statue, that you can actually have it two different ways. You could put the armor on it, or you could have it with the armor off. Both sides. It's your decision. You can even change a gun or two, and it's badass. You got a little lighter feature. The base is phenomenal. Everything on here is really dope. So, man, listen. If you're looking for, even if you're just looking for one statue just to be a centerpiece, this is it. This is it. This is badass. Once again, I want to thank Benjamin, man, over there at COSMICCHASE Collectibles. But yeah, man, big kudos to him for his great customer service and everything. And also, guys, we have a giveaway that we're doing for the channel too. Check this out.
I would like to thank COLLECTORZOWN.com for sponsoring this giveaway of this beautiful 1/5 scale Dark Sorceress statue by Sideshow Collectibles. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, and leave a message below for your chance to win this giveaway. Remember, you have to be subscribed in order to win. So go right ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a message below. Let's go!
So big up to Marcos over at COLLECTORZOWN.com. Right here, guys, you want to get any collectibles from Prime One Studios, Sideshow, all of these different pieces, go through Marcos, because he'll save you money, and you'll also save on shipping as well, to the best of his ability, which is pretty good. It's not bad. So check out Collector Zone after this video as well. And don't forget, go check out COSMICCHASE. And y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it goes. Let's go!